It's time for some football at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we've got an entertaining one in store for you. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
He's brought in by Tenerola McMillan. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. Gets some space around midfield. And he has this down to the 34. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I can assure you of one thing, that carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. On play action, here's Young. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Hubbard again. He pushed for it, but they held strong. Gets it up to the marker, but about a yard away, it looks like. 4th down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Fitzgerald sends this through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Anytime you go on the road and you could put points on the board on your opening drive, job well done.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. So now the Bills will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
He's got Khalil Shakir. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one. That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. And Allen will hold on to this. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
It's a designated keeper for Allen. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Oh, they are loving this one. It flies out of bounds, and it wasn't too far off the end zone. They're going to say it crossed at the 3. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
This is a tough spot to punt. Got to convert here on 3rd down. Up the middle, Hubbard. He dodged the tackle. And how is that for some breathing room, huh, Brock? Gets him away from the goal line up to the 20. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Completed over the middle. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Young on the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Bills going nickel, third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. And set the screen, it's Hubbard. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now, fourth down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On fourth down, Panthers going to turn to Sam Martin to punt this one away. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. First down throw for Allen. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. The Panthers have taken the early lead. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Back to the air. Allen. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. He'll air it out on third. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They gain 11 on that play, and the Bills have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On first down, Allen hits some space around midfield. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Allen to throw. Another one caught by Coleman. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
All set now. First and 10. Shakir in motion right. Saw the lead, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's the handoff. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Davis is in for the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. Zerline for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Trevor Etienne to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Headed in reverse so far. Time shifting to drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. It's Young. That's complete. Sanders has gotten it out right. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And the Bills get to him. He's brought down. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. Back deep for the Panthers. That's David Moore. Little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Young working from the gun. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Panthers calling on Ryan Fitzgerald here to attempt this field goal. A 27-yard look here. Fitzgerald sends this through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, yeah, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing here just before halftime. Oh, Allen loses it! And the offense gets it back, but of little consequence here. We've reached halftime in this one. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first two quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the third. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First down now, ball at the 33. Now it's Young. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Second down now, they need 7. Play action now, Young. Completed over the middle. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Young's gonna throw it. 3rd and 2. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Young. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's a give to Hubbard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Now Young and the Panthers going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 1. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st. First down now, ball at the 33. Allen setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Along the sideline past midfield. And he gets this down to the 38. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Read option on 1st down. He's going to keep it. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. And no surprise here, they decline the flag because the play got a 1st down, so they're going to happily let it stand. Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. So we're through 3 here. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Allen. This is Cox. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills now trail by just a point in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. Kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Dowdle now to return it. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Young to throw it. Connection made to Tremble. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. Offense to the line. This is 2nd and 4. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down. Young looking to throw. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Counterplay, Hubbard. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line. Now, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, we call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Third and a lone yard coming up. Running for it here with Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice game by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. He'll throw it. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Strong with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down throw for Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Allen now on 1st down. He finds Kincaid running the slant. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills down by only 3. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 26. And the Bills have a 1st down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it is textbook.
And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Here he is to throw. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Etienne. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. Escapes the defender. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he got the first. Clock stops at 23 seconds to play. He gets 6 on that play, and that's good for a Panthers first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Back to throw. Complete to Tremble. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Second and 6 coming up here. Young working from the gun. the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. To throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to bring up a tough fourth down here that this offense needs to have. So it's the Bills who come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.